My name is Byron Hutchinson. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and this is Coco, our super micro Royal Frenchel. She's just about 10 months. She just made 10 months. So she'll have her 1 year in April, and she has just been a blessing to our family. I'm a single dad. I've got 3 young kids, 6, 8, and 11, and they adore her equally as much as me. This is actually our second Royal Frenchel. We had Daphne, another super micro, who unfortunately at 13 months we discovered she had a genetic condition that affected her kidneys. It was an unfortunate and devastating discovery because we had become so attached to her and loved her equally as much as Coco. But it was something that she was never going to recover from. She had a genetic condition, no fault of anybody, no different than any genetic abnormality that shows up later in life in humans. After letting Royal Frenchel know about this, and again, I knew it wasn't Royal Frenchel's fault. It's nothing that the breeder had done. It was unfortunately a genetic mishap. And so I reached out, let them know what was going on, what had happened, and what the likely outcome was going to be, that Daphne was going to have to cross the Rainbow Bridge. And immediately Arturo and Anahata said that they would absolutely replace Daphne. Said that there was no rush. We could wait for another litter. We could pick from any of the puppies that were available. We were fortunate that Maddox, who we renamed Coco, my kids renamed Coco, was available. And she filled a hole that I didn't think could be filled. Royal Frenchel was absolutely stellar in handling Daphne's passing and introducing Coco into our lives. And it was why I offered this interview, to be able to let your customers and prospective customers know the type of customer service that you offer. But the most wonderful thing about these dogs, and Daphne was equally the same, but Coco, she doesn't bark at knocks at the door. She doesn't jump all over company when they arrive. She's very polite when company arrives. She'll walk up and snuggle up to them, almost asking permission to be petted. So she's not a bother to company. She's wonderful around kids. The Royal Frenchel's coat is so soft, no dander, hypoallergenic. They love and crave affection. They are the most perfect dog I've ever had. And at 43 years old, I think this is number 7. And I've had several different breeds, and I couldn't imagine owning a different one than this one. The biggest difference, her intelligence. Her intelligence is far ahead of any other dog that I've had. And I don't mean, solving math problems. I just mean regarding training. She was easy to train. She takes commands well. She seems to understand. If I say, she perks her ears up and stops doing whatever it is that she was doing. She walks into the backyard. She will go do her business. She plays with the kids. If she gets too far away, I say, right back. It's just amazing. I'll bring her in the front yard with no leash and have her just wander around the yard. If she gets too close to the street, she'll come right back to me. But she'll be my little shadow in the yard, and I've never had a pet that I can do that with. The pets that I had before the Royal Frenchels, we had 2 Morkies. They were very rambunctious, very full of energy, and very loud. Now, if the house creaked at night, they would go nuts. And having them be quiet is just something that, then you're fussing the dog, and the dog is trying to figure out, why are you fussing me for speaking? But yeah, she's just been a real blessing to us. And as I said before, she filled a hole that I didn't think was going to be filled. She has just been lower maintenance than any other pet I've ever had. She's similar to a toddler in that if there's something she wants, she'll let me know she wants that. If she is hungry and I have forgotten to feed her in the morning or in the evening, she will go and sit by her bowl and sit down next to it and look at me like, hey, guy, food. If I've picked up a toy and she wants it, she knows where it's at. She'll sit right by it and look up at it. And I've just never had an animal that's been able to communicate that way with me. She's not aggressive in wanting your attention, but she'll let you know that she does want to be pet. And I mean aggressive as in if you are sitting at a table, she's not running up to you, scratching and pawing at your legs, asking for attention or barking at you, looking for attention. But just very playful, very energetic. But again, can be quiet when the house is quiet. Perfect for a family with small children that need to take naps during the day, because as I said, she does not bark at a knock at the door. She doesn't bark at anything. Absolutely easy to get along with other animals. She didn't require much training at all. She took to potty training wonderfully. She understands where she's supposed to go. She knows to go outside. She takes to being on a leash if we want to go walk her out in public, and is completely fine being on a leash. We've worked with sit, stay. She's taking to all of the commands really, really well. They're incredibly smart dogs, as Daphne was. But Coco is, aside from being able to directly communicate with words, she seems to understand much of everything that's said to her. If she has a vet appointment, she's usually, when I go to pick her up, sitting on the lap of the receptionist. My youngest son's birthday is actually today, and I can tell you when I get him from school this afternoon, the first thing he's going to do is run into the house and not be worried about his birthday. He's going to say, "Where's my Coco?" And he will sit and do his homework with her by his side, and the other two will as well. As far as the kids go, she has no favorite. She spends time with them equally. All three of them can get together and play with her, play fetch. And my youngest, I was wondering how he would be with a puppy. And he can be aggressive every now and then. He's gotten so much better. But at no point in time when I think any other dog may have snapped at him, they just roll with it.